and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, you guys who know me for a long time, you've seen some stuff that I've filmed with coaches, and I've always found it interesting because, in my opinion, people become coaches because of things they went through in their life. With me is Cricket McMillan,
Yes.
and you have Coaching Nationwide. Did I get it right?
Life coach nationwide.
Life Coach Nationwide. Okay.
Mhm.
So, am I right that coaches become coaches because of things that they went through?
I think that's part of it. I remember standing in the living room one day and saying, "Is this all there is?" And I thought, there's got to be more. And so I went searching and I found life coaching. And I took this, it was, I think, a 3-month long seminar type of thing every day. And delving back into my own life, it was a tremendous journey that I went through. And when I got out the other side, I said, that's where there is more. There's more in helping people find their way from where they are to where they want to be. And that's when it was born for me.
Okay, so coaching has different avenues because there's life coaches, there's business coaches. Most business coaches, in my mind, and I'm sorry to say this, don't get it right. They go six figures, when most of their guests can't pay their bills.
Of course.
So to me, it's like teach them to make 40,000 so they could pay their bills, then maybe 70,000, and then maybe 100,000. Work over time to get them. It's a journey. Life is a journey.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, I look at it that way. I did a coaching program, which I did just for free, called Vector: Value, Edification, Credibility, Trust, Originality, Reputation. 6 pieces you need to be successful. In life coaching, what avenue do you take to help people?
Well, I can help anybody, just about anybody, with anything because I've been in business my whole life. And I started out as a realtor, then I had a mortgage company for 23 years, and now I've been doing life coaching for the last 1 year, but before that, and I'm still doing paralegal work. So I have a lot of experience in life itself. And so I can coach on just about anything, but my niche is bringing hope back to people who have lost it.
You know, I think it's interesting because what you say makes total sense because in life, we go on our path and then a lot of us lose that hope, okay? And for no other reason than things just become a habit or we just kind of get into a rut, maybe?
I think getting into a rut is more common. You know, you work your whole life at a job or 2 jobs or 3 jobs or whatever, and then you look back and you go, where did all this time go? I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere in life. So what I do is I sit down and find out where you are, where you want to be, and we make a plan for getting you where you want to be. And anybody can go to get anywhere they want because it's all a matter of what's in your mind and how bad you want it. So what I do is I motivate, I strategize, and then we make a plan, and you are responsible for your own, you're responsible to carry out any plan that we have made once you've left my office or we get off of Zoom, to carry out whatever plan we have decided for you. So you have to be motivated enough to keep going, and you can get to the other side.
So it's make a plan and then execute it.
Exactly.
And I guess we do the same thing here. People get a video, they take their video. It's not just my place to make sure it gets marketed. It's their place to make sure it gets marketed too. How many people, what percentage, off the record, are people that come to you that really are where they want to be but just don't know it? I mean, do you have that?
Very few. Very few. If you stop and think where you are, you always want more. Everybody always wants more. So I don't think you're ever where you want to be, but it's a great way to get where you want to be when you go with a coach who knows how to get you there. And it's all about the questions. You know, you really have all that information inside of you. but you don't know how to get it out. You don't know how to execute it. So it's all a matter of me digging in to your life, knowing what your goal is, knowing where you are, and figuring out how to get you where you want to be.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. People that come to you are not necessarily unhappy.
No.
They just want or just see more in their life.
Yes, nobody wakes up unhappy every day.
You sure? Just out of curiosity.
Not that I know of.
Okay, I'm just curious.
So, what is making you unhappy? That's the big question. What's keeping you from doing what you want to do? Is it a spouse whom you're not getting along with? Is it a job that you've lost? It could be a million different things. And these are the things that hold you back. And you don't realize it until I dig in and pull all of that out of you. And now we know where you are, and now we want to know where you're going. Where do you want to be?
Are a lot of people unhappy with their work scenario?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm blessed. It took years to fall into this.
Right.
Most people don't understand that being an entrepreneur, okay, like you are, like I am, is really taxing. And it's an emotional drain. It's not everything's because we have our own business this is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
That's right.
They don't realize we make $1.80 an hour, okay, and we don't stop, okay. So when you get somebody who is an entrepreneur, there must be a ton of work there because I know me, and there must be a ton of work within me. But what makes it easy to work with somebody, and what makes it difficult to work with somebody?
It's all about their state of mind, how badly they want to get somewhere else. Some people in the beginning, oh no, I can't do that. Oh no, that'll upset the apple cart. Well, that's what you want to do. You want to upset the apple cart.
So you need to get them out of the mindset of, don't confuse me with the facts, I already have my mind made up.
There you go.
Okay. Which is the world we kind of live in a lot of times. Is it hard for people to come to you and say, you know what, I need to change things because I can't pay my bills, and because people don't like to give out information that makes them look bad or
Well, I think if they come to me, they're prepared emotionally, mentally, and financially, which I don't charge a lot, but you got to be really ready to make that change. You can't be wishy-washy about it. You can't be half into it. You got to be all into it. And there's so many, as I said, there's so many different things that I help with, and I'd like to give you a quick example of hope. I had a neighbor who had cancer, and she had it for about 3 years, and she was skinny as a rail, and she was in remission for a bit, and she used to come out with her walker and walk around the little circle. We're on a cul-de-sac. And I saw her one day, and as I was pulling out, and I said, Susan, how are you feeling? And here she is all bent over on her walker. And she said, oh, well as being expected. Excuse me. Well as can be expected. And I said, well, Susan, what would you like to do when you get feeling better? What would you like to do? And she was always a florist. And she said, oh, I'd love to open up a new floral business, but I don't have the money, and I don't think I can stand on my feet long enough to to do the flowers and the water and the pots and all that. And I thought for a minute, and I said, Susan, what if you got a small table and 2 chairs in your living room, and you just brought in brides, and you worked with them, and you drew it all out, because she was also an artist, the color, the flowers, make the design, and they could pay you for that, and then they could take that work to a florist to do the heavy work. And she stood straight up. Her eyes got real big, and she had a big smile on her face, and she said, I love it. I love you. She said, I got to hurry up and get in the house and think about this. Now, that's the last time I saw Susan. Happy, full of hope. Since then, she's passed away. But that was my last sight of her. Had so much hope in her life.
Okay, so I gotta believe that when you saw that, there was this feeling of pride that came over you.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. It was a feeling I'd never felt before.
And I'm like I
And
said, I'm doing this 26 years. So when I see somebody come in, and I help them, and they grow from there, it's a cool feeling. So
It
for you,
is.
it's got to be amazing.
It was an instant thing. I mean, I was only out there talking to her for maybe 3 minutes.
Wow.
And she went double take on her walker. And I thought, wow, that was awesome.
You know, we live in a mindset of all these negatives that happen in the world. And I guess, I don't want to say it this way, but I guess your job is to turn that mindset around and make people see the other side, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I mean, it was just such a small thing, to do what I told her to do.
Right.
But it had never occurred to her before. And it just made her so happy. So, like I said, that was the last time I saw her, but I'll never forget the look on her face.
And it's funny because she wanted to do floral stuff, but she was looking past, she was jumping over $1 to get to a penny that she would never be able to get to.
Exactly.
And you were just taking her through a journey that she can do.
Yep.
Because, I don't know how many people come to you and say, hey, I'm here, I want to be here, but they don't realize that it's a Monday. You can't be here on a Tuesday.
No.
Okay? It does take a little time. How long do you work with somebody before, and I know it changes for different people,
Yeah,
but what would you say?
Yeah, what I do is I give the first 15 minutes free. And in that 15 minutes, I nail down who they are, where they are, and where they want to be. Then when we set up a session, I've done my homework at that point. Maybe
Right.
I don't know about everything that they're going through, but I try to do a little bit of research. And then when I talk to them, let's say by Zoom, I give them an hour, and I charge $200 for the hour. And in that hour, I can accomplish what I did for Susan in 3 minutes.
How many times do you think you have to speak to somebody before? And I know it changes because
Yeah.
it's really going to be, and there's no way you're going to tell me different. There are just some people that you can't take from spot A to spot B because they can't do it. They're just not ready, and they don't believe in themselves, and they don't believe that there is a positive in the future.
Then there's no point in me working with them. And
Okay.
I tell them that. If you're not willing to do the work that we talk about and we want you to execute, then there's no point in me taking your money or you coming back. You have to be into this 100%. And I don't ask you to do anything terrible. I just ask you to change certain things that will get you out of where you are that's stuck in order to move to other places.
And we're getting to the top of our time. How do people find you? You got a
Okay.
phone number or
Sure.
website?
Yes, I have both. The website it's kind of long. It's creativesolutionsspecialist.com, and my phone number is 772-321-2364.
Guys, sometimes we need that help, okay? And it doesn't hurt to find help, okay? Because you'll get to where you need to get to probably quicker and in a better path. One of the blessings with this young lady is that cricket is the easiest name to remember. Just saying. I get some tough ones to say. But people need to understand that sometimes it takes a village, okay? And we all, me, you, life coaches have coaches. Coaches have coaches.
Mm-hmm.
We all need a little bit of help in our path, okay? With that, I want you to check it out. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everybody will be right back.
Thank you.